out of the box or out of the wall, whatever you want to call it, we have, oh, so freaking close. But this one is Justice League Gods and Monsters. So interesting enough, this is only Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. So it's not really the Justice League, but just look at this animation. It looks really weird, doesn't it? Is this a good original movie? Let's find out. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon reviewing Justice League Gods and Monsters. I just realized it says including nudity. I don't remember any nudity in this show. Oh, maybe the nudity is the Silver Girl. Maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, what's about pretty simple premise? This is a very, very different take on Justice League. The characters. You have Superman. He's actually the father of Zod, General Zod. And then you also have Batman now, who's actually a Bat man. So he did an experiment, now he's a bat. And now Wonder Woman, it's kind of Wonder Woman, but instead, this universe, she was supposed to marry Darkseid's son, but now she's like, I don't want nothing to do with Atlantis. I want nothing to do with my Atlantis. Holy cow, I don't know my DC universe, do I? I want nothing to do with the Amazonians. I don't want anything to do with my father. And like I said, it's even fathers. It's also males that she was raised with, not just females. So it's a very different aspect for each different character. And I went into this movie, I won't lie, I saw the cover and I was like, it kind of looks very mid, but after watching so many DC animated movies back to back to back to back to back, this is a breath of fresh air because it's a completely different story, completely different voice casting that you just wouldn't expect. Michael C. Hall as the Batman, who would have thought? Benjamin Bratt as Superman, who would have thunk? And the girl from Bones, Tanya Taylor, if I'm saying her name right, Tamara Taylor, I don't know, but she's the girl from Bones, the one in charge of the institution. She's also Wonder Woman. So it's a very different voice cast. It was a breath of fresh air. Yes, the story itself was really solid in my opinion. What was going on screen, pretty solid. And I just, like I said, breath of that fresh air. So when we talk about the positives, you can talk about the animation. Like I said, this is like Justice League War, but updated. But it's not like the shell shade of like Deathstroke, which I didn't like, or the Superman Man of Tomorrow. This was something different. I would say more original animation, but beef to an degree, and I really did enjoy what they decided to do there. And also, like I said, the voice acting. Michael C. Hall, Dexter as Batman. Sign me up, Scotty. It is really, really good. And what I really like the most about this movie, like I said a million times before, is the originality of the story and something I haven't seen before. It is different. It is Batman actually as a bat. It is Superman, them as a Justice League, if you want to put it that way. Their motto is, I'm going to kill people. We're here to kill people. It is what it is to save the universe. We don't have that moral dilemma of Batman's like, we need to stop killing people. And Superman's like, no, we got to do it in the name of justice. Because like a whole injustice kind of thing. This starts off with, they're like, we don't care. We're here to kill the bad guys because they're bad. Period. End of subject. So getting that dilemma out of the way and thinking that maybe we need to have this is a really good plot point. And with the backstories of Wonder Woman being different with Darkseid, Superman, Zod being the father now, as well as Batman, not because his parents died, is because he did an experiment, kind of like Flash, if you want to put it that way, really adds oh, cool, I like this interesting universe he decided to do. And Lex Luthor in here is kind of like a theory of everything. What's the guy that's like, and he can only talk? Stephen Hawking. Which that might be the easiest Oscar ever to win. Hot take, right? To act like you can't move in a wheelchair. Anyway, whoo-hoo! Am I going to get canceled for that comment? Who the hell knows? But no, if you could say some negative, you could say some of the character models are a little skinny. If you know what I mean when you watch something like Batman in here, there's no muscle tone to him, so you're like, oh, how am I supposed to believe it? But also when you look at bats, they're not really that muscle-y, if you want to put it that way. But you would expect someone that's a vampire to have a little bit more oomph to it, not no Twilight, not no Robert Pattinson vampires. Oh, and also just for the backstories in general, either going to like it or not, where Superman was actually raised by, like, Mexicans or people that were crossing the border, I think. Because it really doesn't explain that. You could say that, yeah, it looked like the comet landed in Mexico this time, and now Mexicans are, taking Superman to raise it his own. But it's more like where's Gotham or the city they're in? Because did he transfer to Mexico to there? Was he crossing the border at any time? So I felt like they added that to be interesting, but it really doesn't add anything to the story to say, oh, he was raised by Mexicans. But at a point, there is no backstory except that's all you get from Superman in this one. So overall, I think Justice League Gods and Monsters is a pretty solid movie. It departed from things I was expecting from the DC animated universe. And going through this whole catalog, so like I said, I got Death of Superman next. I got Superman Red, the Russian one. I got Constantine. I got a bunch of the Batmans. And just having this one in the middle really felt needed. So Justice League Gods and Monsters will receive a 4 out of 5 with Futons, which was at 80%. So see the critics and user scores that gave this one. So critics, we have, I think, 88% with 8 of them. Audience score, a 71% with over 1,000. No critic consensus. So I'm really in the dead center between them of the 88, 71, and 70. But Gods and Monsters, too. Like, yeah, I guess you could say the bad guys, they don't really explain either. The more I think about it, like, where do they come from? I mean, I understand that it's that weird government program, but Batman's friend has those nanobots. Yeah, like I said, there's plot holes. They're always rushed, but I had fun with this one. 88, 80, 71. Chase Leoc here at the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One more thing, Booftopia. You Booftonians, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Now, watch Stay tomorrow, a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. I love every single freaking one of you. And like I said, let's keep rolling these. Keep them coming.